Hi guys, and welcome to Magic. In order to follow this video, you are going to need at least version 9.3.0 of Magic Cloud. There's a link in the description of the YouTube video to where you can download it. Now, every single company I have worked with, or a lot of them at the very least, they typically incorporate some sort of like chat with us button on their website, which you can click and then you chat with them. Of course, the objective being to function as a funnel for leads to become potential clients. In addition to maybe providing support and things like that to existing clients. So if you imagine a website having a button down in the bottom right corner here, where clients can click that button to chat with an employee working in the company owning that website, then that is kind of like a prerequisite in order to understand this. Because what I'm going to showcase here now in this video is a back-end magic module, effectively becoming the back-end parts of that particular chat module. And I'm talking about an enterprise grade level type of chat client. I'm not talking about some create a chat client in 5 minutes type of chat client tutorial. I'm talking about a fully fledged chat client, allowing your company to provide support and communication with your customers and prospects through a chat button on your website or portal or whatever. Now, so before we can start, go to this page, github.com/poltergeist/Babel. There's a link in the description to this page. This is an open source chat client backend for Magic. And it's extremely well documented using domain-driven design constructs, such as definitions of words, providing typical flows, etc., etc. Then click download here, download the zip file. Then we can just close this guy. Then you go here to your dashboard. You go to the files menu. You open up the modules folder and you click upload on the file you just now downloaded. Then when you have uploaded a file, you click the file and you extract it. This extracts the zip file. You can now delete the actual zip file, and then you need to rename Babel-master to only Babel. That's the name of the module. Then you open the Babel folder, you go to the bottom and you click the reinstall module, and ta-da! You now have a chat client backend. Let's look at first its database structure, because actually it has a database backend allowing you to transparently use it towards either SQL Server or MySQL. However, before we can do that, we have to clear our cache. So expand the menu item, go down to diagnostics, click the cache tab here and just click purge. Then we can look at the database structure, for instance, in the generator, if you wish, by choosing database Babel, at which point you will see you have two tables. You have sessions, being the primary table wrapping one particular support session. Here you can see it as a client, username, admin username, created, taken, closed, category, language, state, and satisfaction, being a 1 through 5 integer value provided by the client, allowing him to give feedback about whether or not he's happy about the support he was given or not. Then you will see you have messages, which of course obviously contains content, being the actual chat message, maximum length 2048 characters. Session identifier, being a referential integrity foreign key pointing into the session database table, created, username, and auto increment integer, providing you with a primary key for the table. Now, let's go to the new thing here. Now, I want to emphasize you do need version 9.3.0 of Magic Cloud to make this work. So if you don't have that version, make sure you download the latest version of Magic Cloud. Then go to the sockets menu item here. This bugger here is new as of this version and incredibly cool, I personally think, because it actually allows you to subscribe to Signal R socket messages being published by the backend. So now let's go back to our github.com/polterguide/Babel, which contains the documentation for the Babel chat module, and scroll down here until you find the messages part that or the Signal R messages part here, which actually declares which messages that the chat client actually publishes. Okay, it publishes babel.session.new. This is being published as a new session is being invoked, implying some user at your website clicks the chat with us button in the bottom right corner. That's typically when this message is being published. Then it publishes babel.session.taken. Then it publishes babel.session.close. Okay. Then it publishes kill. I'm not going to subscribe to it because it's a special case. Babel.message.new. And these are the 4 primary messages that the system actually publishes. So now let's imagine that we are a client, potential customer of company XYZ. Okay, so expand the menu item here, then open up the endpoints in a different tab. Very important. Otherwise, obviously, we're going to lose our sessions here or our subscriptions here. So I now have another window where I have the endpoints. Let's filter for Babel /. And then let's imagine we are a potential customer coming to this website, and we might want to become a customer, but before we want to become a customer, we want to chat with somebody, right? Okay. That occurs as the client invokes an HTTP post REST invocation to this URL. Category can be support. Language can be EN for English, IT for Italian, NO for Norwegian, etc. I'm just going to create the English session here. When I invoke this, then a channel is returned. Now this channel, both the client, end user, potential customer, and the dashboard administrator that takes this session needs to subscribe to this particular session. Okay, so imagine now that I am an employee working for this company and I want to take this channel. Okay, then I need to subscribe to it. And in addition, I actually need to invoke one endpoint called sessions-take. Now, ta-da, I've taken the session. So we now have a session where a potential end customer and an employee in some company are actually communicating, and every single message will be transmitted over this Signal R message. And actually you could see here that it signaled babel.session.taken to all administrators, basically informing other administrators of that, hey man, this session is taken, you don't have to worry about it, I'll figure this out somehow. So then let's imagine the client then posting a request, posting a chat message. Well, the client needs to provide a session identifier and then some content. Hello there, I want to become a customer of your company, but I have some questions. Okay, invoke. Ta-da! This is posted to all administrators, allowing an administrator to actually look at what other administrators are chatting with potential clients about. But more importantly, it's published on this channel, which is now quote-unquote chat room, if you wish, between the potential customer and the dashboard administrator working for the company. And as you can see, it was published over this particular channel here, basically being unique signal or message. And you can imagine, okay, of course I'm both the potential customer here and the actual administrator. But you have to kind of like imagine that there are two human beings in this, two actors in this. Sure, I will help you. I'm now impersonating the admin. Ta-da! 2 more messages. Sure, I will help you. Then when the client is actually done and he no longer wants to chat with an employee in the company, then the front end chat client thing can invoke sessions-close, providing session ID and providing an integer 1 through 5, implying how satisfied the client was with the support he was given by the employee in the company. Invoke. Now, ta-da! Babel.session.close. And the administrator is obviously notified through some sort of like dashboard GUI that the client has left the chat room and you're done. Now comes the really cool part, why this isn't your average particular chat client tutorial. You see, there's a database behind this, obviously, as I've already shown you. Now, if we filter on Babel-admin, then you can see we actually have these CRUD endpoints, get for number of sessions, and we can also actually get the particular sessions also. As you can see here, this session has this particular ID. It was the client's username was root, the admin username was root. Obviously, this will always be 2 different usernames for obvious reasons. And the session was created at this particular point in time. It was taken by an admin at this particular point in time, 51 seconds later or something. It was closed at this particular point in time. The category was support, and the state is now closed, and the client's level of satisfaction was 5. Yoo-hoo! And we can go to the messages. We can count messages. Of course, there's going to be only 2. And we can retrieve messages. Now, these endpoints also allows you to filter, right, according to session, according to username, according to everything, actually providing you with something you can easily integrate into your CRM, allowing you to actually, from within your CRM, have a search interface associated with clients and usernames, allowing you to see from your CRM exactly what you chatted with that particular client about at that particular point in time, and whom of your colleagues actually chatted with the client, and so on and so on. In addition to that, it of course provides the level of satisfaction the client had with his service as he was chatting with your administrator, right? So this gives you not only a chat client through which you can use to generate leads to your company, but also historical records of what you have chatted with any particular client at any particular point in time about. And that's cool. Anyways, there's a link in the description of this YouTube video, both to where you can download Magic and where you can download Babel. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.